No i mamy go. Informuję ambasadora sojuszu. Czekajcie, ja wam coś wkleję na czat, mój. Tak. Tak, wróć bezpośrednio. O, teleporty są. A to ciekawe.
Your Excellency.
Lord de Sade.
I tracked down your man near the coin guard barracks.
Finally. Did you capture him?
Let's just say I put an end to his activities. His reputation in Serene is forever tarnished. Matters turned out a little more complicated than anticipated. Why should I deliver him to you? You deliberately hid the truth about him from me.
What? Might I remind you that you're in audience with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance?
And you to a legate of the Congregation of Merchants, that you treat like an imbecile. This man is indeed an alchemist of the bridge, and he told me much about your disagreement of opinion.
And of course you sided with him.
Certainly not. I have no part to play in your quarrels. I just chased him from our city. Now, if you're still intent on placing him in irons, you need to capture him on your own lands.
How embarrassing.
Reputacja
I should
minus
have
2.
shown more honesty in your regard. Please accept my excuses.
Może pierw obejrzy jaka,
And this
dopiero
modest
potem się
gift for the
wypowiadaj.
voyage that awaits you.
I need to be going. Goodbye, Excellency.
Goodbye, Lord de Sade.
Okej, poziom 3. Nie po to linka wkleiłem do YouTube'a, żeby teraz ci opisywać. Poza tym to nie jest Battle Royale, tylko to jest Tycoon. Systemem Battle Royale. Więc... Poza tym ty kokos Tycoonów nie lubisz, więc... No. Mamy jeden punkcik. Talentów nie mamy. Atrybutów też nie mamy. Boskich pierścieni magicznych. Nie mogę tego użyć. Kurde. Nie może tak być. Znikający nautowie. Znikający nautów. Okej. To jest... Tam. Prosto do końca, w lewo, potem w prawo, dobra.
Sir?
Constantine d'Orsay, future governor of Tir-Fredi. I'm enchanted, Captain. I am eager to board your ship.
Enchanted as well, Your Highness. I hope you enjoy your voyage.
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Nie!
Be back soon, Captain.
Co to ma być za dziwaczny? Nowicjuszy na zbadaj. Muszę z nim porozmawiać, ale...
Sir?
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
We should be able to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon. I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
When did you see your cabin
Musimy
boy for the
troszeczkę
last
bardziej
time?
zagłębić się.
It's been 2 days since I've had any news at all. It wasn't out of the ordinary until this morning. My men have free shore leave when we're at dock. But the day of departure, every able-bodied sailor must be present on the ship.
Okej.
Does the boy know anyone in Serene?
Other than fellow Nords, you mean? I don't think so, but it's difficult to be sure.
Nie mam pojęcia, Mikomes, wiesz, co do wodów. W każdym razie ja ci mogę od razu powiedzieć, że na YouTubie się pojawi początek, cała seria, jeżeli będę całą grę ogrywał, co nie?
This Jonas, does he have any close friends amongst the crew?
In tradition, we are all members of the same family. But yes, there would be Flavier and Lauro.
Might I have a word with them?
As you wish, you'll find them over there, in port.
Okej, zapytaj o nautów.
Could you tell me a little about your guild?
We are masters of the oceans. Our ships can sail where no others dare.
Thanks to your magic, so I've heard. How do you become a Nord?
Our magic, yes, that only the Nords master. As for your question, any child born on one of our ships is seaborn. He is a Nord from birth. Others are sea-gifted, joining the Nords for different reasons, often from a young age. It's how the guild is made and maintains its numbers.
Okay.
Could you tell me anything about our destination? The island of Tyr.
It is a magnificent place. Wild. Spared from your wars and your mines, for now. The natives have a relationship with their land and consider it sacred. They're a very friendly people, welcoming, that will appear to you strangely familiar. I've also heard that there are a great many exotic creatures, some enormous. But I wouldn't know what else to tell you. I've never strayed far from the ports.
Okej. Zapytaj o
Have you seen
heretyków.
anyone wandering about? Suspicious looking. Maybe clandestine passengers.
Take a look around. There are far too many comings and goings to spot possible stowaways. As long as they don't try and get on my ship, I pay no attention to them. That said, we did catch ourselves a smuggler just a while ago.
A smuggler. Maybe he could be of some use. Where could I find him?
In the port jails, not far from the warehouses. May I ask you, why the sudden interest in smugglers and the odd stowaway?
Nothing to bother yourself about. I'm just curious.
You wouldn't, by the sheerest of coincidences, be on the trail of a couple of heretics, Your Excellency. The same a couple of the ambassadors of Ptolemy's men have been looking for nigh on 2 days.
And so you know about that?
Of course. The Cardinal's henchmen are hard to miss, even in a crowd. And they were making quite a fuss, hoping we would cave in and help them in their hunt. Feel free to carry out your own investigation, but you'll end up with the same answers. The port brigs, just like the warehouses, are property of the Nords. No one else may enter.
Okej.
Be back soon, Captain.
Ciekawostką jest to,
We need to have
że
a word with that
jeszcze nie
people
dopłynęliśmy
smuggler
na
the sailor
główną
mentioned.
lokację,
He's a captain, Kurt, like yourself.
a już tyle
And in
tutaj
order to
fabuły
interrogate
jest.
the smuggler, we'll need to find a way into his jail.
To się fabuły, gadania, biegania, robienia zadań. A jeszcze nawet nie wypłynęliśmy.
The hiding place of this smuggler is filthy. But perhaps we'll discover some useful information.
Tak, nie chodzi mi o to, że to jest typowa cecha RPG-ów, tylko bardziej chodzi mi o, jakby to powiedzieć, o to, że nawet nie trafiliśmy na główną lokację, a już mamy 3 gry, 3 godziny, prawie 3 godziny grania.
Good day. Someone told me that you're a friend of Jonas's, the young cabin boy who's gone missing.
That's right, yeah. Are you looking for him?
Yes. Your captain asked me to go and find him.
Happy to hear he's taken the disappearance seriously. What can I do for you?
When did you last see him?
2 days ago, in the evening. We went to have a drink in the tavern. Jonas, Lauro, and myself.
Did anything seem out of the ordinary? Was he troubled?
Maybe a tad troubled. Like he was somewhere else.
Why would that be? Give me your best guess.
Boy, I haven't the faintest idea.
What does Jonas do in his free time, when you're on land?
He just hangs around here or there. You know the cabin boys don't have half a sailor's wages. And when evening comes, we usually go down the tavern with good old Lauro.
Did he ever have one too many?
Never. He sips his pint like it was bad medicine. One drink lasts him the whole night.
Does he know
Serio,
anyone in
Kitsune?
Serene?
O!
No one, far as I know.
Do you think he could have made himself any enemies?
I wouldn't think that for a moment. Jonas has a good heart and he steers clear of trouble and troublemakers.
I don't know where to start with this. Do you have any idea?
No. Lauro won't stop telling anyone who will lend him an ear that the boy was carried off by thugs.
And you don't believe him?
I like Lauro, don't get me wrong, he's like a brother. But to be honest, he drinks a little more than he should. The itch for a drink gets us all, but to him more than others, and when you drink too much, the imagination wanders. Here, yesterday, it was me who tied one over, and I thought I heard Jonas's voice by the canal. I called back to him, as you guessed, but then nothing. Drink. It blurs the senses.
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a damn good navigator, and an excellent leader of men. He knows his craft well, in spite of being so young.
How old is he?
He's not seen his 25th year yet. If he keeps it up, he'll be an admiral one day.
I need to be going.
No dobra, to wiemy
Farewell.
mniej więcej co i jak. Dzielnica portowa. Teraz tego drugiego musimy zapytać typka. O górniczek jakiś. Tego tutaj, to jest Lauro, następny
Good day,
przyjaciel.
sailor. I've been told that you know the missing cabin boy well. Is that right?
You talking about Jonas? You bet your stars I know him. But like I've been crying to the 9 deaf winds, he didn't go missing, he was taken.
O! Taken?
Were you a witness to the event?
Yes, I was. Even though I'd had a few tumblers in the belly, I hadn't yet lost my head. The other day, in the tavern, I saw him talking to a well-dressed man, surrounded by some other sly ruffians. And then when we left, him and I, Flavia left a little earlier, you understand. Well, those brutes were there, waiting for him. They just up and took him like that. Grabbed his arms and poof. Gone. Vanished.
Why didn't you intervene?
I
Agra.
tried to, believe
Dzięki
me.
serdecznie za
But my
hościka.
legs betrayed me.
Witamy wszystkich od Agrawejna, całe 76 osób. Cześć, dzięki
Did you
wielkie.
report this to the captain?
Wielkie dzięki za hostagra.
I know all too well what weight my words carry. Even
Witam
Flavia
serdecznie
treated me
wszystkich
like
od
a drunken
Agrawejna.
fool. And the captain? No, not telling him that. I still have some pride left. You get me?
Did Jonas seem troubled to you the night he disappeared?
Maybe. For sure he wasn't his usual self.
Do you know what was on his mind?
No. No idea.
Zapytaj
Why would
porywaczy.
anyone want to snatch a mere cabin boy?
How would I know? Jonas is a gentle boy who keeps his head down. You think my story is nothing but mess too, don't you?
It's just that I can't imagine a gang of thugs hoping to get a ransom for a cabin boy. Did anyone else see the kidnapping?
There was still a small crowd in the tavern. But outside, I seem to recall that regular being there. We played cards with him from time to time. Kind of fellow who plays from morning to night time to be that skilled. But
Na
now and
darmowe
again he comes
ciasteczka?
out. When nature calls, you know. I kind of remember his face being there.
A kapitan Vasco?
What do you think about Captain Vasco?
He's a just man who knows his knots. He's well appreciated by the crew. It's a pity that he hasn't much heart for laughs now and again. Always seems unhappy, our captain.
Okej.
Thank you, Lara. I need to be going.
Strange story this is.
Something
No
isn't
dobra.
right here, I can feel it. We need to lift the veil on this.
No coś tutaj nie gra. A, tutaj jest... Coś jest tu z tyłu, nie ma nic tu. No. Ale to teraz znajdź świadków. Tego całego porwania, że tak powiem. A, w tawernie tutaj! O, szynkarzu! Szynkarzu!
Tavern keeper.
I see you're back. Can I pour you something
A ja
this
tam
time?
byłem już w tamtym miejscu, dzieci.
I'm looking for a Nort. A young cabin boy who's been missing roll call for 2 days now.
A no, you say? That's not a lot to go on. There are quite a few that come to my tavern.
According to one of his fellows, he would have been taken right here.
A kidnapping. In my establishment. You surely jest. Or at least I hope you do.
Nie.
I would have noticed. That doesn't hold water.
No niestety.
Someone told me about one of your faithful clients. A big gambler, it would seem.
I see. An able-bodied man. Passes his time lightening the pouches of sailors coming through.
Where might I find him at this time?
Here? He would never give away his chair at his table. Anything
Serio?
else?
I need to be off. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Gdzie on siedzi? To jesteś ty, który ogrywasz tych marynarzy.
Who are you? I don't recognize you. Am I in your debt?
No. Have no fear about that. It's for a different reason that I am here. I'm looking for a Nort that disappeared 2 days ago. After visiting this establishment. A young cabin boy. 2 members of his crew accompanied him.
Yes, that does ring a bell. I've played with the 3 of them.
Zapytał o co
What can you tell me about the boy? How was he that night?
He seemed rather nervous, as if he was worried about something. Didn't feel like playing, that I remember. And he must have been right to be nervous, if he's disappeared.
Tell me what happened that evening.
A rich merchant came in, with a band of strong arms. The kind of men you can round up for a few coins, if you catch my drift. They exchanged words with the cabin boy. The kid was defensive, not sitting pretty.
Trzymaj się,
And
że
then they
porządne.
finally left.
And
Papa.
after that?
It just so happens that I did go out for a breather. I needed some fresh air. And I think I might well have seen those same men grab him. But that was none of my business. I wouldn't have thought that they were kidnapping him if that's what it was. They weren't particularly rough with him.
Who was the rich merchant, do you think? A jilted lover? A moneylender?
No, sir. You are in luck. It so happens that I know the man. It was Sir Fontaine, that merchant.
Tam gdzie byliśmy
He has
poprzednio,
a
nie
house
musimy
in the
wejść.
wealthy boroughs, just off the canal. A stone's throw from the Theleme embassy.
Thank you. You've been immensely helpful.
This man is
No to
completely
wiemy.
owned by his love for the game. Do you think we can trust him?
What would he gain from lying?
I have no idea. But what would any wealthy merchant gain from holding a penniless child?
No właśnie, coś może zyskać. Pytanie jest takie, czy... Później będzie grabasz? Wykrzyk planak. Jak ja chcę już jesień. No ja już... Długi rękaw mam i się cieszę, że już jesień jest. To się jesień już jest, już tak jesieniowato jest. Diabelnie się cieszę. Zobaczmy, co ten ma do powiedzenia, ten kupiec.
Might I help you, sir?
Czy ona
I
szczotką
would like to have a
czyściła
word with
ścianę,
Sir
która jest
Fontaine.
wytapetowana?
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter, please.
Już. Czekaj, muszę zobaczyć to. Ale się pyli! Cholera! Kobieto, ty to, nie wiem, tą szczotką do cekolowania, tą drucianą, czy robisz to, czy co? Wygładzasz te nierówności? Ja pierdzielę, się pyli. ją słychać, wiem, że może nie słyszycie tego, ją słychać tutaj, jakby stała tutaj i szorowała.
Oh, I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
It concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy. According
Z
to
tymi oczami
witnesses,
zielonymi
he
troszeczkę
had an
creepy jest ta
argument with
postać.
your husband
To się
before being taken.
strasznie
I
jasne ma.
see. I am
Właśnie ten-
afraid that you have been misled. You
Bo
seem
ma
to have come
szare
to the
i
wrong conclusion.
potem pynk.
The cabin boy you speak
O.
of was not taken. He has
Światło się
simply
dziwnie odbija.
returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
Co?
I am very surprised.
Syn?
Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought that a legate would know these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies. This horrible, constant ransoming that they put us through. But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why.
Nie.
Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact.
A,
It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't
Jeszcze
quite finished my
pytanie chcę
inquiry
zadać.
yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
With respect, my lady.
z brakiem szacunku. Ciekawostka. Ciekawe, czy on chce zostać tutaj z nimi, czy aktualnie się siłą trzymany przez swego ojca i no rusz dupę matkę. W sensie pseudo. Nie wiem czy pseudo. Po prostu powiedzmy, nie wiem. Dziwnie to. No co to ma być? Rusz, że się. Co za typie. Z tobą nie chcę gadać, spadaj bambusie. Okej.
Sir,
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
Nie,
we
nie
should be able
będziemy
to set sail with the tide, as agreed upon.
podnosić kotwicy.
I'm still without news of my cabin boy, but we will have to do without.
Zapytaj
I
madam
spoke with a
ten.
woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But
Ah.
what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home. And we are his
A,
only
już wszystko się wyjaśniło.
family.
Może być.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
how I would like my father to be implicated in this sordid business. Our old teacher must surely know what's going on here. Let's go talk to him.
Porozmawiajmy z nim.
Your Highness, I'm happy to see you.
Ten wygląda jakby przeszedł kilka operacji plastycznych. To nie?
Come now, Sir de Corsillon. My father may have been angry, outraged, or disappointed, but he's never worried about me. I'm sad to have caused you any worry, though. Would you believe that I was rotting away in a sinister jail, guarded by thugs ready to kill me? Though still seeing double from last night's drink, I was preparing an ingenious escape plan when... Ta-da! My dear cousin jumped up out of nowhere and saved me. I'm quite the fairy tale damsel in distress.
You might have refrained from the company of bandits the night before such an important departure.
Take away the risk and halve the pleasure, de Corsillon. It is the salt of life.
I fear that some of my teachings have been misunderstood. But you wanted to ask me something, de Sade?
Tak.
I've had a word with Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there has always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed
Ciekawe
between
umowy,
my
co?
uncle and the Nords?
No. That pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Nords as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
No to co, teraz na dobrą sprawę co? Musimy wrócić do niej. Do tej Lady Fontaine. Powiedzieć jej o tym, że mąż sprzedał syna za kursy na statkach nautów. Tam usługi ich. I żeby ona się z nim rozmówiła. I teraz na dobrą sprawę syn nie jest jej, tylko nautów, bo tam się wychował. Jeżeli to będzie nas to ją drogo kosztować, tak? Ciekawe. Ja chciałbym, żebyś przygotował kilka posiłków i znaleźć do magazynów obok kanału. Mój mąż będzie pracować tam przez kilka dni ze swoim subiektem oraz innymi ludźmi, więc dopilnuj, aby mieli co jeść. Bądź dyskretna, nie chcę, aby inne rodziny dowiedziały się o tym, co się dzieje.
This document mentions another property, a warehouse.
That would be a great place to hide. Shall we take a peek?
Tak, olewamy Lady... Właściwie nie wiem. Czekajcie. Idziemy do Lady Fontaine pogadać, czy... Olewamy. Zastanawiam się właśnie. Olewamy babę i... Czy powiemy jej, żeby ona się rozprawiła ze swoim mężem? Nie będziemy gadać, po prostu ukradniemy chłopca i tyle. Jak to brzmi? Ukradniemy chłopca. We're gonna steal that boy! Wow, jakie ognisko! Jaki grill! Nic to, nie mogę tego wziąć. Dobry.
Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
A handful of underlings don't scare us away. Right, cousin?
Let's just try to remain discreet.
To może ciszej mówcie. Cześć, misiek. Ja wiem, że są. Pokazywałem mu w drzewku. W drzewku są przecież nawet. Więc ten. Nic tutaj nie ma. Misiek, ale ja cię muszę wyklirować. Wybacz. Takie zasady. I oni są w piwnicy na pewno. Dom rodziny... To nie jest dom. To jest magazyn.
Sir Desade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
Jakie zasady są? Ja nie mam za dużo charyzmy.
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you think?
You wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well. Take the key and take him away.
Reputacja +2.
Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
Mhm. Gdzie on jest?
So it's here that our man keeps his son. Abusive father.
Ale... Czekaj, to jest jego syn?
Who are you?
My name is Desade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince
To jest jego syn?
my father to allow me to go free?
Yes. Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and
Oczy
happy
zielone,
to see
okej.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
me. I hadn't seen them since I was
Okej,
5
miłego
years old.
sprzątania, Kicu.
I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes. You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
No okej. Ciekawostka, oni mają tutaj więcej. Więcej cel mają. A, tak to działa. Dobra, teraz już rozumiem to. My z tej strony podbiegliśmy do tamtego. Level 3 mam. Wiesz, Skyrat, tutaj bardziej nie chodzi o to, że można pisać o streamerach, tylko o reklamowanie i odsyłanie do innych, wiesz? Bardziej o to i o to chodzi, że... Jak ci to wytłumaczyć? Nie będę tłumaczył, nie chcę mi się.
Sir,
Are you ready? Can we weigh anchor?
we should be able to set sail with the tide, as
Olać
agreed
to.
for. My cabin boy, Jonas, is back on ship. I have you to thank, I imagine.
You do. It's a rather sad affair, and though solved, leaves a broken family behind.
All we can do is plot a course. No one tells the wind what to do. I do thank you. I didn't think you'd go to so much trouble for a cabin boy. Your actions bring you honor.
Okej, reputacja nautów 3+. Odejdź.
Be back soon, Captain.
Tutaj nie chodzi o ako skarbów, tylko chodzi o czystą przyzwoitość, można nawet powiedzieć. Polowanie na heretyków. Przebierz się za nauta, spotka się z heretykami w ich kryjówce. Jolo, tam będę się za nauta przebierał. Właściwie mogę się za nauta przebrać. Stare ręka. Nie mówcie mi, że ja zniszczyłem te. O Jezus, chyba zniszczyłem. Przebierz się za nauta. Wystarczy, że mam kaftan, to na dobrą sprawę ja rękawice mogę mieć te, a buty sobie wezmę te lepsze.
Who is there?
May the Illuminated save us. Did the smuggler send you?
The man to which you are referring was arrested and thrown into prison, but revealed to me your hiding place.
Oh, the traitor!
Have you come to deliver us to the Inquisition then? Please, please, have pity on our souls. We have committed no crime.
Nie
We are
zauważyłem
not
cię, wiesz?
heretics. We are
Wystarczy.
nothing more than historians.
In that case, why is the ambassador of Teleme so concerned about your teachings? Why is the Inquisition looking for you, and why are you hiding?
Our only error was wanting to publish our work.
It's true. We presented our research, but it didn't please the censor. And here you have the result.
We fled all the way to Serene, thinking we would be safe. But the Inquisition wants to silence us so badly that they followed us here.
Tell me more about your research. What about it is so horrifying that it would provoke such a fuss?
Our work concerned the teachings of St. Lucius.
The disciple of Saint Matthias? The one who returned to Teleme after traveling with his master?
The very same. His writing was carefully preserved, but never seriously studied.
With the discovery of Teofredi,
Hey,
we thought
GI.
it crucial to take a look at the
Go.
original text. We wanted to verify if this island could have been the faraway place that he spoke of. The Eden of Saint Matthias.
And? What did you find?
Teofredi is without any doubt the land that our Saint Matthias and his disciples went to. But the text that we discovered was radically different from what we expected to find.
In the original text, Saint Lucius doesn't speak of an Eden, of the paradise of the illuminated. He speaks of a voice that came from the depths of the earth, which convinced Saint Matthias to stay there.
It was written in black and white, and there is no doubt about it. The original was written in Lucius's own hand.
I understand now what that text has cost you. This voice from the depths sounds more the power of a demon than a saint.
The sacred texts are always difficult to interpret, but what is written?
Jest walka, jest, tylko że aktualnie dużo questów, dużo gadania. Ja czuję, że dopóki nie trafimy na konkretną, w sensie z tego miasta na wyspę nie popłyniemy, to dopóki no tamtego, no, nie będzie dużo walki.
Who were you hoping would give you asylum?
We were hoping to reach Al-Sad. The Inquisition won't chase us into the den of their enemies.
Our research won't interest the Bridge Alliance, or at least I doubt it. But at least we'll be safe.
By entering Al-Sad as clandestines, you risk being taken for spies.
That would be better than being burned at the stake.
Did you try speaking with the censors? You could forget what you have discovered, perhaps.
Oh, we have signed already an abjugation stating that we misunderstood the sacred texts of St. Lucius. We were even ready to say that we had never seen the true text, or anything else that would have pleased them.
It served no purpose. It's our lives they are after.
I see. Well, you have no other choice but to run and seek refuge in enemy territories.
I beg of you, please do not deliver us to them. Let us continue on this path.
Ależ tu pozwoli mi odejść.
I don't have the heart to deliver you to the Inquisition, but I cannot do much else to help you. Your smuggler is locked up. Maybe there are others in his band that can help you. Be careful and discreet, and you will survive.
Oh, thank you, sir. You are a just man. May the Illuminated protect you.
Thank you for having heard us and helped. You are truly full of kindness.
Okej, teraz musimy z ambasadorem Telemé porozmawiać.
You have a kind heart, Greenblood. It'll be the end of you, but that doesn't bother me. I wouldn't have wanted those poor buggers to end up on a burning pyre.
It would seem that I'm not the only one with a tender heart.
Tak. Dobrze, że chociaż to bezpośrednio wracanie jest.
Good day, Excellency.
Sir de Sade, to what do I owe the pleasure?
Ucieczce heretyków.
It pains me to inform you that the heretics you seek have fled.
Curse them! How could that possibly have happened?
Kłam.
Alas, these renegades have found protection with the ambassador of the Bridge Alliance. I would not have been able to capture them without risking a diplomatic incident that my uncle would have condemned.
The
bridge. I thought as much. Those heretics have turned to them. But I had hoped that you might intervene quickly enough to stop them. It is truly regrettable. We have nothing else to do but pray that the Luminous might shield us from their lies.
Reputacja +1. Haha.
I must be going. Farewell, Excellency.
May the light guide you, de Sade.
Mamy poziom. Mamy poziom. Nie kopnięcie. Ciężkie bronie. Okej, atrybuty. Ten atrybut mam. Wytrzymałość, celność, siła woli, siła psychiczna, zręczność poli. Tak. Wytrzymałość dajemy. Droga do potęgi. A talentów nie mamy niestety do rozdania.